Where my Hawks at? Yeah. I said, where's my Hawks at? It's time. We need to show them what we can do. We here. This is only the beginning. Where my Hawks at? I said, where's my Hawks at? Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You are now listening to Hawk Talk Podcast, covering sports, academics, and Harmon updates. So grab your cup of tea, sit back, and enjoy Hawk Talk Podcast.
Yo. What's up, everybody? What's up, my Harmon Hawks? How y'all doing? This is your host with the most, always doing the most, Mr. Hughes. And today we got the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Darian Lockett.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Man.
Hey, let me tell you, who did that intro?
Me?
You?
Yeah.
That was a nice intro.
Oh, thank you.
Where my Hawks at?
Yeah.
That need to be the intro to some of our games. I ain't even gonna lie. As we walking out, where my Hawks at?
Now,
I'll do that for basketball.
well, I mean,
our starting lineup.
I got all the tracks and everything, so I mean.
Yeah, we're gonna need that.
Okay.
We're gonna, especially for lineups. When we
Okay.
introducing our lineups, we're gonna need that.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll definitely go ahead and get that to you, man. on another note, let's go ahead and get this cracking. Let's go ahead and start talking about what we here to talk about,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother. So, just to be on for sure, you're a teacher and a basketball coach, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I teach business or CTE courses, which is the business courses. So, consumer education, business communication, internet marketing, and business law.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, four preps.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, tell us a little bit about yourself and, where you come from, how you got here, and how you landed here at J.C. Harmon.
All right, just a little bit about me again, Darian Lockett. The funniest story about, well, before I get into that, I run businesses. So one of the businesses that I run that I'm heavy with, and of course I always wear the brand, is my Ava's Angels Detailing. That's one of my businesses that I put my heart and soul into. It's done a lot of glory for me. I'm blessed enough to do that. Teaching is something that I strive to do. And the crazy thing about it was, if I were to go back in time 10 years ago and tell myself that I would be a teacher, I probably would laugh in my own face and tell whoever it is that you are on some serious drugs that I never had. But I was in the corporate world. I went to school. I went to Mid-America. First, I graduated from KCC with associates in business.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to Mid-America, Nazarene, and I got business management. I got my degree in business management, my bachelor's.
Okay.
And honestly, man, I was just sick of corporate. I was in corporate America, and I just didn't. It didn't click to me.
Right.
I didn't like it. So my cousin, who was a former teacher, now she's a real estate agent. She was teaching at Washington.
Oh,
okay,
Washington.
And she came to me. She was like, "Hey, why don't you be a business teacher? They looking for business teachers." And I was like, "Well, I ain't got no teaching certificate." She's like, "No. If you do the fellows, which KCK offers the fellows program, which is if your degree qualifies in one of the fields that they're looking for, then you can do 2 years as a teacher. It's different than student teaching. Student teaching, you don't get paid. All right, that's if I ain't making $1, it don't make sense to me, right?
You right.
So student teaching, you don't get paid, but it's like student teaching because you still got to go. You got to do classes, night school, summer school, write papers, stuff like that.
Okay.
But you actually are on the salary of a teacher with a bachelor's, right? So I didn't even want to be here. I'll be honest with you. I did not want to come to Harmon. I wanted to be at Washington.
Oh.
And the reason why I wanted to be at Washington because my cousin was there.
Right.
So I was nervous. I was like, I don't know how to teach, and let alone I'm going to be teaching like young adults. So
yeah.
I wanted to be at Washington, but with the fellows, you have no say. They're going to place you where they need you.
Oh,
so I gets the call, and the principal that was here at Marcos, he was like, "Hey, this is Marcos the Harmon." And I was like, dang. All right. I went there, did the interview. Harmon was the only school that interviewed, right? And I'm grateful for it to this day. Thank God I didn't go to Washington. Let's start there. Thank God I did not go over there. No shade towards Washington at all.
Yeah.
All right, no shade. But thank God I didn't go over there. This is when my first step in this building, I realized, yeah, this is home. And I don't want to go nowhere else. I always tell people, if I leave this school, I'm not teaching anymore. So I'm not going to leave here, go to Shawnee, Blue Valley, Ole. I'm not going to do any of that. Once I leave Harmon, I'm done teaching altogether. This is the only place that I will teach at, right? So that was back in 2017 when I first started.
So what's that, 6 years here?
6 years in.
Yeah,
6 years in the game. And why I love it so much, man, because I can share my experience. Like, when I first started, I was like, man, I really don't want to teach, man. I'm going to teach business, but, you know, I ain't got no business, so I'm going to teach these kids. I literally started my business the first year I started teaching. I'm like, I got to teach them something. Like, I can teach them by the book. That's fine. And we all can do that. But I want to teach them my experience. So I literally started that business in 2017. And just from my experience and my growth, I was able to teach it to my classroom. And it's different. You know, in teaching, of course, you got your principals meetings and you got stuff like that. But you're not getting micromanaged like you would be in corporate. So I found that freedom here. I found that freedom to create. And with business courses, it's a lot different than your math, your English. They got a strict curriculum that they got to stand by. You got to meet this by this time, this by this time. With business, it's like all you got to do is teach this. It doesn't matter what order you go in. So when I did that and I was able to be creative, I fell in love with it. And I ain't, you know, I ain't want to do nothing ever since but teach and run a business.
No, that's good. That's definitely good to hear. So you landed at Harmon just out the blue, and this is where you at.
This is where I'm at, man. Like, again, if I would tell myself 10 years ago, man, I'd laugh. I'd be like, dog, ain't no way I'm teaching nobody. Like, man, I'm trying to get $1. Forget teaching. But I mean, and then you got that summers off, so I was like, man, I got a whole 2 months off. What I'm about to do.
Oh yeah, especially when you got kids.
Especially when you got, hey man, listen, I grinded. I said, listen, I can sit around all day and just soak up the sun, or I can go out and build something. I chose to go outside and build something, and it's paying off.
Man, that's some good motivation to really tell the students, like, hey, instead of sitting down and letting the sun just go past, go outside. See what you create.
Go do something, man. Don't complain about what the next man or the next woman got if you ain't doing nothing.
Man.
So I have to tell myself that, man, I can't be like, man, must be nice that they got that. It must be. I can go get it too. All I got to do is get up off the couch. That's what I did.
All right, so how did you get into coaching then?
So a funny story about my coaching experience. I started when I was 16 years old.
Really?
I started coaching when I was 16. My brother played for this AAU team, and it was god awful. I mean, not the talent wise, but the coaching, it was awful.
Yeah.
We went out to the Park Hill to play a tournament. Man, the coach didn't show up. The coach did not show up.
Wait, hold up. So you went to play a tournament?
I went to watch. So it was my older brother's team. It was his AAU team.
Yeah.
You know, I had my own team, but I went to watch because that's my older brother. You know, I look up to him. So I'm like, I want to go to your game.
And the coach didn't show up?
The coach did not show up. The coach wasn't there. So we sitting in the crowd like, so then one of the moms of the boys, she was like, well, I mean, I'll do it. I don't know what I'm doing. So I was like, nah, don't worry about it. I'll do it.
Right.
So I was coaching. You know, I can only go off what I seen on TV.
Right.
Yell, you know, call a play. You know, I knew basketball. Yell, call plays. And the guy that I was coaching against, he had more experience than me.
Okay.
But I had the better talent. Of course, the team that we was going against, the team that I had, I say that I had, they were just more talented.
Right.
So when I was, you know, kind of trying to draw up the X's and O's, you know, stuff like that, telling them where to be. I mean, regardless of who coached that team, they would have beat them anyway.
Yeah.
But because I sat there and I did that, and at the end of the game, I said, man, I felt better than playing. it really did. It felt better than playing.
Okay.
Like, I felt like my knowledge and my experience helped me beat this veteran coach.
Yeah.
And, man, ever since then, I said, I got to keep doing this. So I will play my regular season, I hoop. Then after hooping season is over, I'm coaching. You know, bring me kids, you know, second, third graders. I'm a 16-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? So give me some second graders, some third graders, I'll coach them. So I've been coaching AAU all the way up because, you know, that was the avenue that allowed me to coach.
Right.
I had some great teams, and some not so great teams.
Right.
But that's all a part of the experience. If
Yeah.
I just had great teams all the time, I don't think I would have learned.
Yeah.
Just having talent around.
You
So
wouldn't learn how to get back up if you always
exactly.
winning.
You gotta after that team, man, I said I'm a coach. My first team I got, second graders, man, they couldn't even dribble a ball. I said, oh, okay. Where we start. So I ended up teaching them, and it became fun.
Yeah,
When you're coaching something and you're drawing up a system and you go out and win, it makes you feel like my brains did that, not my body.
Yeah.
We can go out and, play basketball. I know what I'm doing on the court. I can lead us to a win, but can I do it on the sideline? And when that became a challenge, I fell in love. I'm a challenge type of guy. If it doesn't challenge me, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's boring. So I end up coaching. I gets here, 2017, and I said, well, I want to coach. I want to coach high school. That was different. So I goes to who was at the time, which was Coach Brooks that was here. And might I say shout out to Coach Brooks. He's always had a great team. Coach Brooks is like, hey, the men's side is full. Go see if the girls. I've never coached girls. Never coached girls. So I was like,
wait, hold up. So even though you're second and third graders?
All boys. Never coached girls.
Wow, okay.
Never coached girls at all. So I goes talk to who was previously, he's at Northwest Middle School now, Dr. Burnell. I go talk to him, and Burnell was like, hey, heard you guys may have a coaching position open. And Burnell was like, well, let me get back to you. Comes to me, said, hey, we do got a coaching position open. Would you like to coach it? It's girls. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's
Still
do it.
coaching.
It's easy. That's going to be easy. That's easy. I can win a state with girls. Psh, I ain't never watched girls basketball. I never watched girls sport. I was biased. To me, in my mind, it was boring. I never watched it, right?
I hear you.
So I gets here. And Burnell was like, man, I got to warn you. These girls are green. That was a nice way for saying they weren't so talented. So he said, yeah, they're green. And then in my mind, I'm like, nah, you just don't know what you're doing. These girls, it's easy to coach girls, man. This is easy money. Like, I'm going to take us to state first year. Girls, see the girls in the gym. Keep in mind, I never watched girls sports. So the girls that I saw that we had, I'm like, ain't nobody, it doesn't get better than this.
Yeah.
State off the rip. We're going to win state. Boy, was I wrong that first game.
That was not the case.
I thought I had ballers until I saw what ballers looked like. We went to Schlegel, and man, they beat us 112-10.
Ooh.
I sat there.
Wait, hold up. 112?
112. Where's the mercy rule?
Like the singing group 112.
Like the singing group 112.
Wow.
When I was sitting on that bench, I'm like, hey, man, I think they about to hit 100. And me and the coach looked at each other. I said, I think they about to hit 100. Man, this dude hit 100 at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Whoa.
Starter still in pressing. I'm like, man, I yelled at these girls. I yelled at them. I gave them the game. Why are we losing like this? Well, I saw girls was much more difficult to coach than boys. Much more difficult. And it became a challenge.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't want boys no more. I'm coaching girls. I'm sticking with girls. Okay? Now I do coach my son's team, but that's because that's my son.
Yeah.
But when he gets in high school, I'm done with him. You got to go to somebody else.
You got to learn from somebody else.
Now, my daughters, I'm going to coach them all the way up.
Okay.
So I seen that. In that first season, dude, we didn't win not one game. We were getting, when I tell you, we were getting beat left and right. Like, but one thing I loved about those girls is they kept coming back. Man, getting beat 112-10.
Yeah.
I probably would have quit. Like,
I probably would have quit too.
Everybody had their phones out, taking pictures, and I'm like, yikes. Man, he throws this girl in. You can tell she never plays. She gets in. She bombs a three from deep.
Oh.
But that mug went in. The crowd went crazy. You could feel the floor shake how crazy the crowd went. And I was like, are we that bad? But it became a challenge. So we get on the bus. The girls, my girls were in tears. They were crying, like physically crying. I'm like, hey, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Don't quit. So ever since then, I already had my mind made up. I got to win with girls. I have to, because when you coach girls, you got to coach a system. Now, of course, talent is good, but with girls, you got to come up with a system. because you're not going to have a bunch of girls running down dunking. Okay, I'm not about to coach a team full of 6'9" girls that's throwing alley-oops. And with boys, you can get away with that type of stuff. The athleticism, you can win with that with boys. But with girls, you got to have talent plus a system. And that first year, I was figuring it out. I was figuring it out. It taught me a lot as a coach because my attitude was severely bad. But it's because I was used to teams that were winning. And the teams that weren't so good, we weren't getting beat like that.
Man.
So that's what kept me here. Funny stories, the boys, a couple years later, asked me, they said, hey, we love your enthusiasm. We love what you do. Come over here to the boys.
Right.
Did I?
Went over there?
Nope. They went to state that year too.
Oh,
nope.
Okay.
I said, nah, I can't do that. And Brooks looked at me. He was like, hey, man, that's why we want you. We love your loyalty.
Yeah.
But come on over here. I was like, nah, I'm staying. I told these girls, I promised them I'm going to make them better. I ain't going nowhere. It's too easy. I don't want to go over there and win. It's too easy. I want to stay right here. So that's what kept me here. And my goal for this school, man, is just change the narrative of the program. So that's how I got into coaching.
Okay.
Just through experience, through trial and error. And, granted, it was a funny story that coach didn't show up. But in my eyes, it was a blessing that he didn't show up.
Because the kickstart of you actually coaching and where you at right now.
Yeah, it just started me doing something else. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good, especially accepting that challenge.
Yeah.
Like, that's good for the students to see, like, when it comes to adversity or when it comes to something hard or something you don't know, that's when you actually show who you are.
Exactly.
You either gonna fold up or you gonna step over, cross that line and be like, all right, what we doing?
What we doing? I'm like, all right, hey, y'all, I'm a sore loser. I don't like to lose. Like, I'm a sore loser. Like, when we lose, I'm in the car, I'm yelling, I'm going off. I'm just like, why? But I would feel bad if I said, I quit. I'm done with y'all. I don't want to. Let me go to another team because that's the easy way out.
Yes.
And to me, you don't learn nothing. The journey of success is much better when you have to build it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been my main focus since I've been here is build. Let me show y'all that. Because when I first took this job, I didn't know nothing about Harmon sports at all. I didn't know anything about the girls on top of that. I mean, there was a couple buddies I went back in the day that went here. They were pretty good. Which, that's good for them. But I had no idea. So when I first took this job, the coaching job, it was like, I got a boy that refs. He's like, hey, boy, I don't think you want to do that. I said, why not? He said, well, they god awful. He said, I'm telling you, dog, ain't nothing you can do with that. He like, well, that's on you. Experience it on your own. So when he was getting beat, I would call him like, man, he's like, man, I told you don't take that job in the first place. But he was like, so you ain't coming back after that season, right? I said, crazy. I'm coming back.
I gotta come back.
Matter of fact, I'm coming back, and I'm coming back stronger.
Yeah.
I'm coming back harder. And I told those girls, I said, if y'all want something to change, hoop with me. When this season is over, hoop with me. I had girls that play soccer. They go from soccer practice, we back in the gym. Hoop with me. Let's stop getting beat like that. Hoop with me.
Yeah, start hitting them fundamentals.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Duncan made a whole career on it. Just
a whole
straight
Hall of Fame career.
Man, just straight fundamentals.
Fundamentals. And we're starting to get away from that because of the Showtime type of things we seeing. But I'm telling them, man, hey, look, aggressiveness, fundamental, just come hoop. I said the problem was that I broke it down to them. I let them see it. I said the problem is once the season is over, y'all don't pick up a basketball again until November.
That part.
What are we going to do with that? So the girls that we competing against, they hooping all year round.
Yeah.
That this is their life. If you want to compete with that, you got to match that effort.
Yes.
Y'all ain't never played basketball, so y'all 6-7 years behind.
Yeah.
How can we make up that time? Stay hooping. On
your downtime?
Hoop. Hey, I'm dedicated. Listen, I'm like, hey, my wife's like, season's over. I'm like, it ain't.
No.
Nah, this season ain't no. The way this season, oh no, it's far from over. It's far from over.
I hear you. All right, so with you being a teacher and a coach, what standards are you setting for the students as far as education-wise when it comes to the basketball team?
One thing I always say, I preach it all day. Any of my girls that have ever played for me can tell you is you're called a student athlete for a reason. You are a student first.
Student first.
Student first. That's the most important to me. Is your academics.
Yes.
Okay. And then you're an athlete second.
Right.
Because in order to make it to the next level, it ain't just about can you go shoot real good, can you do that? Granted, people will find you, but if I'm going to give you a scholarship, you got to be able to maintain in that classroom.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you can maintain in the classroom, if you can critically think in the classroom, if you can use your brain in the classroom, if you can listen in the classroom, you can do it on the court.
You'll definitely be a coachable person.
You'll definitely be a coachable person. Your mind is open.
Yes.
You want to learn.
Yes.
So if you want to learn, I tell them all the time, like, look, when y'all graduate, y'all probably never use Y equals MX plus B. I ain't used it yet. I'll be honest with you. But that's not it's the foundation of the principles.
Yes.
That like when people look at school, they think about it A's, B's, C's, and D's that defines them. That's not it.
Nah.
It's like we can break it down. Can you get to school on time?
Time management.
If you can get to school on time, you can get to work on time.
Yes.
You can know how to balance your time. Can you critically think on your own?
Critical thinking.
So when I send you home to do homework without me holding your hand, can you think on your own?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna have to do that in life.
Yes.
Right? Can you be responsible enough? Right? Can you have responsibility and do you have accountability?
Responsibility and accountability.
That's it. Those are the 4 principles that school will teach you. Now, granted, everybody, it looks good to see the A's and the B's, and I get it. But if you think about it, the millionaires were the C students. They just knew how to manage that stuff. I can get to class on time, which means if I get to class on time, if I own a business, time management is very important for me.
Very vital.
So those are the principles that we overlook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always preach that to them. You get to class on time, you get to practice on time. Because in a game, when you coach and you're on the sideline, I can't get out there and do it for them.
Yeah.
And I can draw out the X's and O's. That don't mean it's going to go like that. It's going to change quickly.
And that's life.
Yeah. I can give you a plan.
But don't mean it's going to go that way.
Don't mean it's going to go that way. So can you think on your own?
Yeah.
Can you realize where you went wrong and fix that problem?
Yeah.
Can you realize I went wrong because that's my fault?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we turning the ball over, don't blame your teammate. Blame yourself.
Yep.
Man, I turned that ball over because I do a bad pass. Don't be like, oh, you wasn't there. No, you knew that person wasn't there. That's when it's time for you to critically think.
Yeah.
So you didn't think and you caused a turnover. Hold yourself accountable.
Yep.
That's my fault. That's me. That was I knew you wasn't ready. So I always tell them in that instance, those go hand to hand.
Right.
Okay. Because you don't graduate with a basketball degree.
Nah, you
like
don't.
That doesn't exist. Like that don't exist at all. You know what I'm saying?
All.
So education is vital. It's very vital. Make these coaches want to give you something.
Right.
Because the first thing they do, I tell them, and I experienced it for myself. A coach walks in the door, they see it and say, all right, that kid is good. What's the transcript look like? And if I give you my transcript, if I ain't no top 5 pick in the nation, that means they already projected for me to go to the league. They could care less.
Yeah. So
if I can show them this kid can average 20, but I show them the transcript and it's FFFDF, I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna last.
That's cool. Yeah.
You ain't gonna last. You ain't gonna make it a semester. Let me go find another kid who may average 10, but at least they got the transcripts, and we can mold them into a 20-point per game person.
Yeah.
So I preach that heavy, and I mean that.
So what's your standards as far as like grading percentage or anything of what they would need in order to be on the team?
So next year coming up, honestly, I know the district and kind of put some little easiness on the grading, but mine, nothing under a 70.
Nothing under a 70.
Under a 70. Why? Because anything, really, I would go 75.
Okay.
Because if you get close to a 70, that means you're close to a D. You in a D, that means you're close to an F.
Yeah.
And it only trickles down from there.
I hear you.
So, last thing I want is eligibility to be a problem. It's the last thing I want.
Right.
But I want to hoop.
Especially if somebody walks in and they are good.
And they are good. Because, I lost a kid like that this year. It was eligibility. This girl she probably would have averaged 20 points per game, give or take, with any team that we played.
But unable to play.
Unable to play. Hurt us. So I'm like, you can't tell me you want to hoop or you want to be a part of this team but you're not holding your weight like all the other ones is.
Yeah.
And one thing I could tell you, I never had an eligibility problem with any of the girls that were actually, when they came to my team to try out, never had an eligibility problem. I would see other teams where halfway through the year, they ain't got a JV no more because of eligibility.
Yeah.
We kept a JV varsity all the way through, especially when we first got here. You come in, we do grade checks every week. A lot of teachers do, a lot of coaches do it, but I was serious. How many Fs we got? Let's count them up. All right, that's how many suicides we running.
Hey.
You shouldn't have it. So then the girls start holding each other accountable.
Yeah, what you doing in the hallway? Go to class.
Straight up.
Bro. Yeah.
Hey, straight up. They got English class together. I ain't going to let you fail. Because if Lockett sees that, man, we going to be running.
And I ain't trying to run all
And I ain't trying to run them. I'm just trying to hoop.
I'm trying to hoop. Yeah, I'm just trying to
I ain't trying to do
hoop.
all that running, man. Let's hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Roughly 70, 75 is where they would need to be in order to be eligible to be on your team.
Yes. And, you know, I get it. Things happen.
Yeah.
I get it. These are kids. Some of them work.
Right.
You know, some of them actually do got to, you know, take care of people. So I get it. Situations can occur.
Right.
But don't let it sit there. Let's fix it immediately.
Yeah, don't sit in it. Get out of it.
67, you got 1 week. 1 week. I'm going to do this grade check again. And by the next time you turn in that slip, if it's still a 67,
you're
going
going
to
to
pay
be sitting
for it.
down. Yeah. Either it's sitting down or you running.
Both. You're going to sit down and run. That's a double whammy. Because I just don't want to deal with that.
Nah, I definitely hear you on that.
So
Definitely. Okay, all right. So speaking of next year and everything, when are your tryouts? When is that coming up?
So tryouts is in November, but what I'm doing now, if you really want a spot on this team, I'm hosting, I do after school workouts. I got shout out to Katrina Lopez. She's been in there heavy, like lifting, hooping. Like I told this girl, I said, hey, I want you averaging for your junior year, averaging at least 15. Your senior year, we killing it. We killing it. You're going to be 20 plus. So I do after school workouts, you know, and then now start next week. I went and talked to the middle schoolers, so I got them on board. It just changed the trajectory. It stopped waiting to see what talent comes in.
Yeah.
Got to stop because I've been doing that since 17, and I ain't been getting what I want.
Yeah.
So I got to build it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So middle schoolers coming up here. I'm putting a lot of emphasis in them on Mondays for now till school's out.
Okay.
We're doing some 7 to 8:15, 8:30 workouts, basketball drills. You know, if I got enough girls, I'll let them scrimmage towards the end, stuff like that. But a lot of drill work. Summertime come, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we up in this gym. 7 to 8:30.
Getting it in.
Getting it in. We're going to be in a summer league. You hear what I'm saying? Getting in it. Basketball.
What summer league is that?
So we're gonna be in the KC Premier Summer League. So I'm gonna have a little team, little mixed in team. Okay. We're gonna play Tuesday nights every night from June to towards the end of July. Then they give out a tournament, and then we depending on how we do in that tournament, that's how we win it.
Right? Oh, okay.
So we're gonna be doing that summer league. We're gonna do a little spring league, which is gonna be on Wednesday nights. Just teams in a district, we all put together a little spring league.
Yeah.
You know, hoop.
It sound like what they used to do back in the day, hot summer nights and everything. Had all the basketball squads and teams.
Night hoops.
Yeah, night hoops. Down at Don Bosco and everything.
Yep. So that's it's keeping them hooping because again, the problem is if we're not doing any of this, I can guarantee they won't pick up a ball again until November.
Man.
And now we right back at square one. You gotta think about it. No, tryouts is November 15th or a week after. During that week, you only got 2 weeks to your first game. So if I'm trying to coach people who ain't never played basketball before or ain't picked up a ball until November, bro,
2
we're
weeks ain't
already
long
behind.
enough.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna get destroyed the first day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, you want to play, you got to commit.
Yeah, and that's commitment before you actually do the tryout.
Exactly. You play other sports. I encourage all my athletes to play other sports.
Yeah,
but you just better fit basketball in there.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with muscle memory, but at the same time, if you let it go to waste for so long, it's gonna be hard to get that memory back. Hard. More than 3 months. What they say, 90 days.
90 days. Yep. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna take a while.
If you go longer than 90 days, you might as well just not do it.
Hang it up, because it's gonna take you till half the season to regain all that.
Yeah.
Now half the season's over.
Yeah, and with half the season over, do we got a chance?
Got a chance? Look how we performed in the beginning.
Yeah.
So they gonna have to commit.
Okay.
Because this freshman group that's coming in, these girls on board. They on
okay.
board. When I went and met with them, they was anxious.
They ready.
They ready. They like, when? I said Monday. I'm there.
They probably already picking numbers and everything.
One girl, I already got some new shoes. Cool. So this new little freshman group that's coming in, they hungry.
Okay.
They want to. I told them, I said, I'm banking on y'all to change what we have encountered at this school.
Yeah.
You know, I'm banking on y'all to be, because you get a lot of girls, hey, you trying to hoop? Nah, I ain't trying to hoop for y'all. Y'all suck. I get that narrative, y'all suck. Nah. I'm like, well, make us better.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm done begging. I went and got these kids. So now when these girls come in and we start putting in more effort, now it's going to want to bring more people.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to do a losing program.
Yeah. And the crazy part about that, because in my head, I think about it being a hooper. If I was to go to a team that wasn't that good, that's more shine for me.
More shine for me.
You go to a team that is good, do you know how hard you really got to work to be good on that team?
Oh, yeah. You got to work your way up to be the best of the best that's already there. And they've already been putting in work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't putting in work, now you trying to go to a good team.
Yeah.
Dog.
And that's why I like how you said it. Make us better then.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that actually gives them the opportunity, put the ball in their court to step up to the challenge. If you really think you're that good, then come to the program and show me.
Show me. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
Show me. I tell girls, I challenge, show me.
Because just because we in Kansas right now, there's still the show me state.
It's still the show me state. I don't care.
Yeah.
Show me. Get up in that gym, ball on my girls that's in there. Show me. Like I told you, it's too easy. But a lot of them didn't ever step up to the challenge, just words. Said, okay, so once we become that team that y'all want to see, do you think you got a spot?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You told us we sucked. You might play freshman and you a junior. If we got a freshman, you gonna play freshman.
Man.
Maybe you ain't work hard enough to be on my JV varsity.
I hear you. So what do we expect to see next year with the team? Like what's your
my
future?
expectations, right? Having Katrina be the leader of this group that's coming in, showing her how to be a leader, making her a dual threat.
Okay.
Like with Katrina, she's gonna be on a different team than what my girls gonna be on. When they come in, I'm gonna have them on straight freshman teams throughout the summer so they can hoop. I'm trying to get Katrina on like an advanced AAU team where she's gonna be around talent.
Yeah.
So to come back in next year, once November hits off, we already ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gotta teach no basics. So therefore, we had 3 wins this year. I can go for 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a young group.
Yeah.
I know some people like, well, why you settling for 7? Well, you gotta be realistic.
Yeah, we're not settling.
Yeah,
we're actually just growing.
We're growing. I can show y'all because since I've been here, we ain't had no more than 4 wins on the season since I've been here. And that's 6 years. So 6 years, we can't manage to put up some seasons no wins, some seasons 1 win. Last year, 1 win. Last year, 1 win. This year, 3. That's steps. Let's get to 7.
Yeah.
We can get to 7. Next year, let's go for 10. Then, as we continue to grow, we can hit that 15, close to 20 wins on the season.
Yeah, I mean, you hit 10. Let's go for the goal.
Like, you hit 10.
Let's go for the goal. Yeah.
We hit 10. That means we at that point, we 500. Maybe 10 and 10 at that point.
Oh, yeah.
But to get to 10 wins here, that's going to be special.
Yeah.
Because I go back and I look through the stats. I even asked people that went here. Shout out to Miss Villanueva, who's behind me. She played here.
Okay.
She said, by the time we hit my senior year, we finally got our first win. It was in the paper. We went 3 years winless.
Oh, man.
So you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to break that cycle.
Yeah.
So to get 10 wins, that feel like a state win.
Oh, man. Wait, hold up. Is that just something that has been happening, or is it like a little basketball curse or something?
Since the 90s.
Oh, man.
So I'm going back through history. Boy, what are we doing? What are we not doing? That's the real question.
I mean, if those are that many losses, that actually really got to come to the coaching. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It has to come to the coaching.
What are you doing to change that?
Yeah.
That's the question I would ask myself. What am I doing? I can't complain about what I don't have.
Right.
What do I have
that I can use?
And it's really just all about keeping them playing.
Yeah.
That's it. Experience. If I can get you the experience, then you will be better. You know, we can go in the gym, you can do dribbling around the cones, shooting on nobody, and that's cool.
Do that all day.
Do that all day, and it feels good. But can you do it when you got somebody in your face?
Yeah.
Can you do it when you got somebody hounding you, trying to steal the ball from you?
Yeah.
Can you do it playing against a team that's trying to go somewhere?
Can you do it playing against somebody that's bigger than you?
That's bigger than you. Can you do that? And so that was my thing. It's like, all right, what can we do? So with that 8th grade group, I'm telling them, I told them the first 2 seasons, I don't know how it's going to go. These are my expectations.
Yeah.
With some experience. But at the end of the day, it's up to y'all. How we going to do this? Are y'all going to commit? Y'all commit, I guarantee we can get at least 7. All you got to do is commit. Yeah. And then we go from there. So the next season, man, I expect us to, have more girls.
Right.
So I already got 9 from one group.
Okay.
And then my returning girls. I expect to have more girls. I want some practice uniforms. Okay. Now listen, practice unis.
Need those.
Just little things that make them feel wanted, feel like a team.
Yeah.
Feel like we a part of something.
Yeah, bring that spirit back.
Bring that spirit. We need it. It's especially for girls, it's gone. And it's been gone for a while. Like I want people to know, like, I want people to say, well, hold on now. Harmon winning. Who they got? Who's this team? They done blew a team out by 40. Who was that team?
Yeah, like, who was that?
Because normally we always on the other end of getting
Yeah.
blown out. So I want I want them to experience, like, y'all got to be the change.
Yes.
And so that's just my expectations coming up. Like,
Okay.
You know, what we gonna do.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with this curveball question. Because, I mean, some people out there might not know that you do actually have your own business. So can you just elaborate on that a little bit to let the students know how the hard work is, you know, some of the expectations in yourself that has been brought out by actually running your own business and teaching and coaching. So elaborate a little bit for us.
First and foremost, you need more than social media to be successful at a business.
Yes.
So especially for the kids, stop looking at what other people are doing on social media. I can guarantee you they leaving half of that stuff out.
Man.
That y'all don't realize how much work you got to put in. When I first started this detailing business, I was in front of my mom's garage. That's where I started. In front of my mom's garage doing $50 details. 50. I mean, cars were just the type of cars that I was doing for $50. I mean, good Lord. I laugh.
Definitely been.
I laugh now.
More.
I laugh now because I'm like, ain't no way. Y'all could never get me to go back to do that.
Man.
But, man, it's a grind. It is a grind. Like, you have to be able to commit. That means, are you willing to sacrifice kick it time?
Yes.
Are you willing to, man, there's the trips people going on. I can't go. My business calling my name.
Yeah.
Can you sacrifice that time? Can you tell people, I can't do it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Can you tell people no? Because in the beginning, when you're starting off a business, no is
gonna be your best friend.
It is. No, I can't do that. I ain't got $1 to spare. I can't do that. Everything that I get, got to go back in my business. Expect to not make nothing the first 2 years.
Yes.
First 2 years, I didn't make no profit. First 2 years, first year I lost money. Second year I broke even. So
I mean, honestly, you lucky to break even on your second year.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky. They say statistics, out of 3 businesses, 2 of the 3 businesses fell within the first 3.
Yep.
They don't even get off the ground. So, and stop crying about who don't support you.
Right.
I think that's where these kids, they think because, I'm about to make me a Facebook status. Okay, I'm going to make a status. Hey, I'm about to start a clothing line. You get 150 likes. Everybody telling you congratulations. I'm going to tell you right now. Once you put the product out there, probably
5 of them people was going to buy something.
5.
Yeah.
5. I'm like, well, where are all them hearts and stuff that y'all was saying? Where that support at? 5 will do business with you. So you got to be willing. You got to be willing to look at failure in the face. I done looked at it plenty of times in the face. I done have some pretty expensive losses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to really be able to manage your time, grind. You got to want it.
Yes.
And it's not going to happen overnight. And the social media got kids believing that they can become instant successes overnight. That is the case. That's like hitting the lottery.
Yeah.
But it don't last.
Yeah. Because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you don't know how to spend it or budget it, you could be broke the next day.
Lottery winners go broke within the first 5 years.
Yeah, like
Look it up.
they don't invest on anything, but they have not been taught. They don't have that knowledge to actually do that. So
you got to accept it. Being an entrepreneur, you're going to lose sleep.
A lot.
You're going to lose a lot. You're going to be in bed just like, dang, man, what can I do to bring in more money? What can I do to bring in more customers? What you question yourself more than anything.
Yeah.
Am I built for this? You're going to have a lot of self-doubt.
Yeah.
You're going to go through a lot of turmoil. You're going to feel like you want to give up, but got to keep going. I can honestly say now, I said about a year ago, I'm now starting to reap the benefits. And I ain't even going to say I'm reaping a lot. I'm reaping more benefits than where I started.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just said, you know what? It's going to pan out. It's going to work out. I'm grinding. Snow's going to lead to a bigger picture. I'm grinding. And it did. It did. It has. But you got to be willing to commit.
Yeah.
That's why I think sports help you a lot. Sports will help you run a business. If you can commit to a sport to getting better, you're going to commit to whatever else you want to do to make it happen.
Okay.
If I want to go to state, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to go to state. I'm going to be in the weight room. I'm going to constantly be working. I'm going to reach out for help. Do not be ashamed to reach out for help.
Yes.
You hear a lot of people say, I did it by myself. No, you didn't. That's a lie. You had help. Somewhere along the line, somebody helped you. Everybody helped you. I had plenty of help with my detail business. I ain't ashamed to say it. So when kids come to me, I could charge you, but I ain't going to do that. I'm going to help you because somebody helped me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to want it. If you got to want it. Your heart got to be 100% in. If it ain't in, it won't work.
Yeah.
It won't work. You're going to burn yourself out. Yeah. A lot of people jump into this detail game thinking that's a quick buck until you start experiencing it. You're like, nah.
You start putting yourself against people that's in there, and you be like, oh, I got to do that?
I got to do that. Man, what you do? Hold on. I got to go. I got to go clean throw up out your car?
Yeah, it's not just grabbing a toothbrush and it's a cup of water. It's a couple of towels. Like, it's not going to the driveway and detailing your mama car like we did used to do in the 90s. Like, yeah.
Nope.
It's way more.
It's way more. It's way.
I can only imagine.
The competition is way more because it's a low-cost business.
Yeah.
Everything is way more. But, again, grind. You got. I can't say that enough. So what I mean by business, also one thing that I really need people to understand, what is your purpose?
What is your purpose?
Can you turn your purpose into a profit? Because honestly, you think about the people that got big business and stuff like that, they're serving.
Yeah.
They're serving something. They're serving a purpose.
Yeah.
They're serving a community. It just so happened that purpose led to a profit. That's really it. That purpose led to a profit. My purpose was to serve people.
Right.
I want to make you feel good. When you get in your car, I want you to feel fantastic.
Regardless of what kind.
You just did. I don't care if it's a Honda or a Bentley.
Yeah.
You're going to get the same service from me. But the end goal is to make you feel good. It's not about the money. And once you take your mindset off the money and you start defining your purpose, the money will follow. They don't understand that part. They just think about the money. The money is great.
Yeah,
it is.
Of course.
The money is great. Look, I ain't gonna sugarcoat that now. The money is great. But my purpose brought the money.
Yeah.
And once you start chasing a dollar, dog, you're gonna be in a rat race.
You're gonna be chasing your tail like a dog.
Exactly. Have you ever seen a hamster wheel?
Yep.
A hamster getting a hamster wheel? That one going. It's going. But it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. And that's what people do in society. They get caught up chasing money.
Yeah.
You're gonna be going in a circle. I found a purpose. That purpose has brought me money. It has brought me attention. It has brought a lot of people in my life that has changed my life.
Yeah.
And I've changed others' life. So, I mean, you got to be all in.
Hey, man, y'all heard it here. Hawks, if y'all out there and y'all thinking about starting your own business, Lockett, come talk to him. I mean, he just will give it to you right, give it to you straight so you can have an understanding of what you're trying to do.
Exactly. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you what's real. I'm going to tell you what to expect.
Yes.
Expect the storm. My brother started a podcast, and I told him, hey, yeah, your topics may be interesting, but I guarantee nobody. It took him a whole year just to get 100 subscribers. A whole year. It took him 4 years to get 1,000. Are you willing to put that grind in? Are you willing to look at your go live every day and see you only got one viewer? Are you okay with that?
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
This is business right here. Behind the mic, regardless if it's podcast, music, playing the instrument, any type of music thing, because that's what I do. Mm-hmm. That's my business. Oh, it's no joke.
Are you willing to say, this ain't where I want it to be right now? Are you willing to accept that and accept that you got to work hard to make it work?
I started mine 3 years ago, and I didn't see people that started around the same time. Not here no more.
I didn't see detailing the same way. But you still got the I let it go, man. That's just too much. I said, hey, I told you.
Hey. But yeah, we gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. I'm chilling here with Coach Lockett. Y'all know we in the building. Shout out to all the Harmon Hawks. Shout out to our sponsor, the Football Booster Club, O'Neal. Thank you, my brother. Y'all know what it is. Come back. New episode. We here. Peace.
Where my Hawks at? Yeah. I said, where's my Hawks at? It's time. We need to show them what we can do. We here. This is only the beginning. Where my Hawks at? I said, where's my Hawks at? Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You are now listening to Hawk Talk Podcast, covering sports, academics, and Harmon updates. So grab your cup of tea, sit back, and enjoy Hawk Talk